Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mint Flips, where I'm a stay-at-home dad and a part-time eBay reseller. And every 100 subscribers is a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure to subscribe so you have a chance to win. All right, it is bright and early. I forgot my camera, but I can't stop doing what I was supposed to do today because I don't have a camera. If I remember right, the last time I recorded with my phone, it makes a weird noise. So if that's happening, I'm sorry. Just dropped Thea off at her first day of school. That's it's not fun, but she was very excited and wanted nothing to do with me and Jen. She wanted to go see her friends and play, so that part of it's cool. So yeah, out at the storage unit, the lighting in here is terrible. After I make a run to town here in a little bit with the first load of stuff going back and forth, I'll probably bring a light with me just for filming purposes, hopefully, or maybe it'll stop raining and it'll turn sunny outside. But here is a look, if I can flip it around. This is what my storage unit currently looks like. It's really big. I just am not utilizing the space properly. I mean, none of this really needs to be here. This shelving I need to get rid of. I'm not even using it as shelving. It's just kind of there. And things have just gotten scattered over the years of just quick trips in and out, throwing stuff here and there. So just a cleanup, I think, is going to give me a bunch of space, and then just even figure out what I even have in here. I guess I will check back in later and see how the progress is going. And then also, as of now, I only have 4 orders going out today. So first thing going out today, it's a book, and the book is Combat, the TV show, The Counterattack. Right here, I got this at the same garage sale where I got the, what was the name of that author? I gotta remember. I'll put it on the screen for myself to look it up again, because I buy the, these hardcover, not this one specifically, because this one is $8.99 free shipping, which if you get this for a quarter, that's still okay, or free, that's still okay. But like the hardcover children's books of some kind. At that sale, I also got this Bewitched, which is like $25. Like I said, I'll put the other one on the screen because I got $50 for it. $50. $50. $50. $50. $50. So that buy, and I paid, I think it was around 25 cents a book. So I made a bunch of money there. I love selling books, but I can never see myself transitioning into a book seller because I can't source them at a rate where it would provide enough income, provide enough inventory to actually do that, because I don't have a like a bin store around me, and to pay, I can't go and spend 3 hours to find 4 books at any of the local thrift shops. That just doesn't work. You got to be able to do it somewhat quickly, and you got to be able to buy them in somewhat bulk. So I do watch Marketplace for books, and then of course garage sales. But beyond that, I just try to keep this shelf full, which is not happening lately, and I don't think I have any sitting around. So I don't know. Maybe I will this week go look for some books. Probably not. While I'm thinking of it, in a couple videos ago, I said that VTG, as in vintage, was worthless and useless to put in your listings. And I had a couple people call me out on that and say, no, Drew, you are 100% wrong. So I tested it, and they were right, and I was wrong. I don't admit when I'm wrong very often, so you're welcome. I guess VTG does work if you type VTG, and I was very specific. I looked up snow pants. I went VTG snow pants, and all that came up was vintage snow pants, and some of them were spelled out and some of them weren't. I guess it does work. At that point, for one, eBay should be telling everyone that, like, hey, these specific ones work in the search bar, so you don't have to put the full word. That would be a nice list to have. You have to have it somewhere. It's got to exist somewhere in the system for it to work. So that would be a real big help to sellers, but they don't like to help us. But at that point, does it make sense to ever write out vintage? Should you only put VTG? Because if they type it in the search bar, vintage, full word, or abbreviated, it's still going to come to the same listings. So is it a waste of space to spell it out? I might have completely flip-flopped. I still don't really put vintage in anything unless it really makes sense. But you do your store how you want. But if I was somebody who put vintage in all the time, I'd probably, I guess, switch to just VTG, so I had extra space to put more stuff in. All right, so my thought so far is I just need to get a corner back, which I've gotten this one mostly cleaned out. I meant to bring a broom and I forgot. I went to town to get a broom. My storage unit's about like a 6-7 minute drive from my house, so it's not bad to pop back and forth. But I need to get a corner cleaned out and done, so I have a place to start so that I can work from here and work my way back to clear stuff out. The big problem is because of it was set up originally for my previous job. So I have these like pallet platforms in the middle here, and then stacked on top of them are the ones that used to go along the walls before I put all the shelving in. I need to get to those so I can dismantle them, so I can do something with them. You know, just salvage I think I screwed them together, not nailed them together. So just dismantle them, stack the wood, and then it opens up a lot more space. Something I'm realizing is taking up a ton of space, it just needs to go, is I have so much packing material that's just useless. I would never use something like this. I would never use styrofoam like this, ever. This thing right here, not a chance in the world. What would I be packing that I would use that for? Not me. I'm sure some people, you know, if you're shipping something real big, that's a nice void fill. These I will hang on to though, because if I ever do pick up a really expensive stereo unit or anything like that, or even a VCR, these are perfect for that, because I could just, if I need to, expand the size of the hole, expand the depth of this hole, and you put one on each side, and then you can pack some, once they're sitting up like this, you can pack some void fill on the top and the bottom, and these are really great for that. I don't need tons of it. I just filled my trunk with a bunch of stuff like that. Don't need it. Things like this. Will I ever... I mean, these are cool little bumper things, but will I ever use these for anything? I don't think so. I got to sort through here because take this stuff out. But these, yes, these are awesome. They're little modular foam corners. I mean, these, yes, I do want to keep these for the same thing, like stereo units or anything where if it gets hit on a corner, it will damage the item. I prefer these ones, but I always hang on to these. I always forget I have them because they're buried in my storage unit. But once I have everything organized, I'll know I can come here and they'll be on a specific location, probably on a shelf, because I think I'm just going to move this back shelf with shelves on it over, move this one over, add shelves to it. These are like old, like Dollar General shelves or something like that. And just give me a starting point so I can work from there. And then next thing going out, we've got A3. It's 6 Bristol ware spice containers. They're like branded A1, 2, 3, 4. What did I say? Man, I am just scattered today. A3. Get your head right, Drew. A3. Oh, and while I'm here, I need to pull these out. Speaking of listings that eBay has pulled down, I had these listed for a year maybe, and then I went to End and Sell Similar, and they got flagged for, I don't know, some type of bulb you can't sell or something. I don't know. They weren't worth enough money for me to care to look into it even. I just pulled down the listing and moved on with my day. Right here. From the big church sale at the beginning of the year this year. They have, you know, Campbell's on them, Sun-made raisins, and they're little spice tins. And then they say below it, ginger, cinnamon, so decorative spice tins. So I paid very little for those. I accepted an offer, $18 free shipping. I would have paid around $1, maybe less. And then speaking of pulling down listings, I did eventually get an email from eBay saying, hey, you can't sell that Dr. Seuss book. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done it. I won't do it going forward. What I will do, if there's something that I feel like selling that's worth enough money that isn't allowed on eBay, because that's just, for this being most of my income, that was just too far out on the risk curve. I shouldn't have done it. I'll just sell it on a different platform, Mercari, Etsy, whatever, something that I don't care about at all. That will be my plan going forward. I am just removing messes and creating messes over and over again, and hopefully at the end of that I will have a positive result with all the cleanup and move around. But this is going to turn into, hello Blackbeard, he's angry today. This is going to turn into a multi-day project, but I think it just needs to get done, and once it's done, I think it will make going forward easier, and when things are easier, I can make more money. So taking the break, I think it is the plan. Next up, C6. Like I said, I'm just bobbing around through stuff. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just listed this, I don't know, a couple days ago. So this is a great quick flip. This is a new open box ATV gun boot. I got this in a Mikhail mystery box, so I paid less than $1. And I sent out an offer, countered an offer, something in that range, $49.99 plus shipping. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Next, look at, I mean, this is where I'm going to try to pack. No thanks. I'm going to pull the rest of this stuff, clean off the bench, pack these orders, then hopefully have enough time to get some lunch before I have to pick Thea up from school. First day of school almost done, and Dad is surviving. It's a weird thing. I was just talking to my dad about this. I have not dropped Thea off anywhere, ever. Period. Beyond her mother's house. It was a very weird thing to like, here, stranger, here's my child. Here, strange other children I've never met before. Here, have my child for a day. It was a really weird feeling. She is happy as can be, but for Dad, very weird. B3F is American Girl doll. They're little pins. They're not actual pins. They're sticker, like replicas of the pins. So I think it's in this right here, actually. Yep. Grin pins, that's what they're called. So that the young child can wear the pin, and then your doll can have matching pins on their outfit. All right, I have no idea where I left off. I had to answer a phone call and then got another phone call, so who knows what I was talking about? Future Drew will know when he edits this video and tries to make it not sound ridiculous. Future Drew is really good at editing out present Drew, his scatterbrained silliness. These grin pins, I put it in one of my ship shields because it sold for $4.99 free shipping, and the reason I'm willing to do it is because $4.99 free shipping for an item I got for free because it was stuck in some other stuff, some other American Girl doll stuff I bought. I did not know this was in there, so that was free. But because I will ship it in a plain white envelope, just like this, with a stamp, just like this, and ship it off, and if it never arrives and I have to return their money, so be it. Do I think that'll happen? No, not a chance. But it won't hurt my eBay top rated seller metrics because this one tracking not uploaded will be a fraction of a percentage in the overall scheme. That's why I say if you're going to sell something cheap like that, the risk is actually pretty low. If you want to ship it in an envelope, because that seems to be a question that a lot of people have, something bigger than this single piece of cardboard, you just can't. There isn't a cheaper option. And if I had 1,000 of these, I also wouldn't do it because then it would hurt my account. But because it's a 1 out of 1,500, 2,000 sales in a year, something, I don't know how many sales I get in a year, it's negligible. It doesn't mean anything as far as the overall scheme. And I ship trading cards like this worth way more money, and I've never had an issue. When I listed it, I said, all right, let's do it. And that's why I put it in the ship shield, ready to go. And that way it made it viable to sell for $4.99 free shipping. So every once in a while, not a problem. I wouldn't make a habit of it. I wouldn't specifically search things out to do it that way. And if I did, I would have a separate account where I don't care and I only list stuff like that, and then a main account where I list everything else. And then last thing going out just came in, C5. It doesn't have a number, but I'll figure it out. C5 is a Kemper doll wig. C5, it's a blonde. I can't believe it doesn't have anything more than just C5. I guess I need more information then so I can figure it out. Oh man, this is just such a mess. And this is a repeat buyer. I assume that some other time they bought another doll wig from me. It's a Wispy Todd. That'd be a terrible nickname. 1415. Wispy Todd. Oh, Wispy Todd. It wasn't wrong. I got a lot of doll wigs at a garage sale originally, like 20 of them, and they were in this bucket on C5. And then when I got the crazy amount later, entire box of them from Mikhail, that was when we got a little more serious about the category system. Here we go. Right there. Wispy Todd. Oh, Wispy Todd. $14.15 for that right there. $14 free shipping. Well, it looks like the cleanup reorg video is going to be a continued series. Just ran out of time, and then it's the weekend. I got the kids, so I'm not doing nothing when that time is. Also, I know I got a lot of Michigan viewers, local viewers. Go Lions! Beat the champions from last year on opening night. Don't give me any excuses like one of their best players was out. I don't care. Things happen. People get injured throughout the season. You got to win the ugly games and the good games. Whatever. I'm loving life. It's just I hate when they don't play on a Sunday. I want to watch my team on Sunday. maybe Monday night, but even that I don't like. I want Sunday morning Lions football. But either way, loving the win. Can't tell you how many times we've won opening game. Very few in my lifetime. But that's going to be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other. Just really neat. Hey, little feet. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let go. I'm good at this.